and welcome to Real Chicks Rock presents Real Discussions. I am your host, Michelle Dawes Birt, and as always, I'm super excited to be here with you. It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood here in Atlanta, Georgia. I think it's like 70-something degrees. It's like so warm and pleasant. Feels like spring. Not the story about 5 or 6 days ago. It was like feeling like 22 degrees out. Like we just didn't know what was going on. The weather is bipolar, just like everything that's going on
just like
in the world today. And we're going to get to it. First of all, thanks to all the new listeners and the returning listeners. We thank you so much. A little bit about what Real Chicks Rock is all about. We're all about empowering women. And we've done it through community service, mentoring, and this podcast. We've been doing this podcast for quite some time. And I guess I'm super excited because this guest has been, I think you might be my record holder. I don't know.
I think I've been 6-7 times, right?
I stopped counting because the conversation and the information has always been good. Today's topic is money matters. We're going to cover everything across the board. So much has been going on. My guest today is Carl Agard. What's going on?
Hey, I'm good. Thanks for having me back again.
You're overdue because the last time you were here in April and you made a lot of predictions.
Yeah.
You called out a lot of things. We're going to peel it one step at a time.
Yeah.
Let's talk about current interest rates.
Yes.
Let's just talk about that. Where are we with the interest rates today?
Okay, they went down a little bit, not a lot. So they're trying to see about this whole inflation thing.
Yes.
Which it is. So they didn't lower it enough to make a dent. And on top of that, it's a lot of uncertainty that's going on.
Yeah.
You know, we just came out of the shutdown, the tariffs, all these changes going on. And like I said, people go back to the last time I was here in April, I literally said you got to have you were talking about 3-year plan.
Yeah.
And I said, now with things going on, you got to have a 3-month plan.
Yes,
And now I predicted it. Now you really pretty much got to have a 3-week plan.
3 week.
Because anything could go on at any time.
Yeah.
The powers that be could just wake up one day, send out a tweet, and then everything done changes.
So what's the interest rate to buy a home? Is it around 6% now?
From 6 to 6.5%.
6 to 6.5.
Yeah.
So not much change in that. Is it going to stay kind of there for a couple of months? What's your prediction, Great Carl?
We don't know. I still think that it could go down 0.5 point, make it about 5.5 for the affordability.
Okay.
Because it's still not affordable for people to get a $300,000 to $400,000 house. So what they got to do is just evaluate the economy and really say, okay, this is the sweet point. So they're trying to find a sweet point for people in terms of the interest rates to get the market going. Because right now it's still stagnant.
It is stagnant. And so it's not really a buyer's market or a seller's market. It's just no market. It's just no market.
Yeah, because for the sellers, they're like, okay, if I sell my house, where am I going?
Yeah.
Right, because some people may have a lower interest rate already, especially if they bought around 2020, 2021, where rates was about 2%, 3%.
It was. Yeah.
And so if they sell their house for $500,000, even if they make $100,000, they're looking at it like, okay, now I got to get another house.
Yeah.
And my rate's going to be 6%.
Correct.
So the sellers are not selling, right? The buyers are not buying because they're waiting for a couple of things. They're waiting for rates to go down some more.
Yeah.
Price of houses to go down some more. And also the consumer confidence is still down this year because of all of the changes. You got layoffs going on. People know if their job's going to be affected. Inflation. Cost of goods are higher. Tariffs, everything like that. So consumer confidence has been at the lowest in history because people right now don't know, their security.
Yeah.
They want no job security. When you go to the malls, not a lot of people at the malls. I was at the mall the other day. No one had bags in their hand.
There. Nobody, yeah.
If they was there, they had bags in their hand.
They had an Auntie Annie's pretzel. That's all they had.
That's it. Yeah, some water. They're not even getting sweet tea.
Was the Starbucks line long? Sometimes you go to Starbucks line as long as not even
it's no lines along anywhere. When you go to the mall, it's just people just walking for exercise.
Wow.
Yeah, it's no one got bags in their hands, stuff like that. You go to the restaurants. I went to Cheesecake Factory on a Thursday night. Nobody was really there, because usually it's happy hour.
It's packed,
People checks about to hit.
Right.
People checks wasn't hitting because they was laid off.
No, we need the checks when they do hit. We can't just be out here doing what we do. Even I'm moving a little slower. You know what I'm talking about? Because I'm like, no, I gotta respect the budget.
Yeah.
So
one other thing, people not even dating really. I'm at the restaurants and I'm looking around. You don't even see couples, people on dates and stuff like that.
Even date.
Yeah, because I guess
it's expensive.
It's expensive. Yeah, $100, $200. So people like,
my God.
there's a women now on the other podcast, like when you talk about finance.
Yeah.
Now on the relationship podcast, they're talking about women like guys don't even say hello no more. I guess they feel it's gonna be expensive.
Yeah, they don't even want to say what's up. It cost them a drink or a dinner.
Yeah,
and they ain't even got it.
They don't got it.
I know.
Yeah.
So Carl, what is it that what would drive the pricing for houses to come down? Because a builder or somebody in a construction company, but really the builders would say, I spend X amount of money, right, to build this house, and I'm looking to get X. So can we expect housing costs to come down some? Or at all?
Well, because of supply and demand. Okay. So we'll come down because if you don't have a lot of people out there buying, they got no choice to bring it down, even though they're not going to make the money they're going to make. Okay. And then also the cost of building went up because I used to build houses and co-build houses before the market crashed. Right. But now I'm talking to builders and it's like the wood is higher because of tariffs. Yeah. They was coming from Canada. Labor is higher now because a lot of labor that they got under the table or extra work is gone.
Or
Can't find nobody. They're not coming out.
Yeah,
we got to talk about the ice factor.
Yeah.
So, now you're getting union workers that's going to raise that price up or not enough workers. So
or
it's skill workers, right? Not enough people, because if you eliminate a lot of people that had skills, the new people coming in got to learn the skill and the expertise.
Yes.
You just can't pick up and be an electrician like that or a plumber like that. Then you got to know what you're doing because every place is different. So that's what the problem they have going on now. So the builders, what they're saying is permits taking longer to get.
Really?
Land is expensive.
Yes.
Cost of goods is expensive between the materials. Then you got labor costs. Then you got on the other side, demand is down because there's not as many people out there trying to buy houses like it was before. Yeah. So you got to meet the demand. Then you got the banks on your back because they're lending you money.
And they want
you got a balloon payment on that loan to pay them back in a certain time.
Right. They want their money back.
They want their money back.
Everybody want their money. Yeah. I am seeing just in our neighborhood, the land has been cleared, the sign is up, what the cost is $400,000. I don't see nobody in there really doing the work.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, this is where we at.
Yeah.
So maybe to your point, definitely the housing will come down because for us that are working, they'll say, this is how we're feeling, right? That we're glad that we're working. Even whether we like our job or not, we're glad that we have a job because a lot of people are not working, right? We still here in Atlanta are dealing with a lot of layoffs that had happened just from the CDC alone. Right? And that happened at the top of the year, right? So shouts out to my producer. He's like, what? That guy hadn't been in office for 2 years yet? No, it's just 11 months.
It feels like
the first year.
It feels like 6 years already. Imagine we got 3 more, so I don't know what's going to happen.
I don't know what's going to happen.
With the Epstein stuff or whatever, but if it is, buckle up. It's long. This has been a long year. I felt like I was here 3 years ago. It was just April.
This is a long year.
And a lot happened in between that time.
A lot has happened because ICE has happened, tariffs has happened, the government shutdown has happened, right? So now that's over.
Yep, we had student loans hit also.
Yes.
Credit reports.
So even with the government shutdown, what does that really mean for us? Because some people would say the Democrats were still being too soft and shouldn't have folded. Dems didn't really get anything out of that deal, right? So people are back to work, allegedly. They hopefully will get back pay for the 40 days that they didn't get paid.
Right.
So again, what does that mean? Because it was a huge inconvenience, at least from a travel perspective. Flights being canceled, people sitting at the airport for hours. It was a mess.
And other factors, like I know on the banking side, if you got an FHA loan, VA loan, the processing wasn't going through, credit repair, you got to go through the CFPB, all these different agencies that got slowed down. So a lot of factors got affected by it. It's just unfortunately the powers that be, they're able to hold out because they got money.
They got the money.
But the constituents for the Democrats don't have the money. They're working people or people affected with SNAP, stuff like that.
Yes.
So it was like a rock and a hard place. So it's like you want to eat or you want health care. Go figure it out.
Wow. So the health care is going to be like crazy.
Your premiums might go up.
Some people are reporting like 3 times the amount of what they were paying before for healthcare. It's crazy. And so who's getting this money? The insurance companies, and then they sliding something to the Trump administration?
Yeah. All the people that are higher up, above our pay grade, top of the pyramid, they getting everything now.
He said top of the pyramid.
We're in the bottom. or at least the middle of the pyramid.
My God.
Yeah.
So do we really feel, Carl, that middle class people are sliding down to lower income class? Is there really middle class anymore?
Yeah, it was gone.
It's gone.
Years ago. Pretty much gone.
He said years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just phased out. Because you got to think about it. So much stuff was going. And I talked about stuff before.
Yeah, yes.
Podcasts, my books, stuff like that. I was saying that, the corporation, banks, and government is squeezing out the middle class and making you financially enslaved.
Yes.
Because with the houses,
yes,
the corporation was buying a lot of the houses.
Yes.
They're one of the biggest landlords in a lot of cities like Charlotte, Dallas, Atlanta. So mom and pops wasn't buying properties no more.
Right.
So that's a lot of income going. So, you got a lot of properties owned by corporations. The bank's going to win every time. Just like Vegas, where they say the house wins every time when you gamble.
Yeah.
The bank's going to win every time.
Yeah.
The government, the problem is when you have a government that gets paid by special interests and you allow corporations to sponsor politicians on both sides of the fence,
yes,
who's going to win? We're not going to win, basically, at that point. And once they started being okay to give amounts of money to people to run, everything like that, and then the votes get bought, that's it at that point. So that's how the middle class got squeezed over the last 10 years. It's just that now we're seeing it, but it was chipping away over the last 10 years.
Yeah, we are seeing it and feeling it. I want to swing back to the mortgages because we grew up in a time it was 30-year mortgages. Then it got a little cute that you could get a 20-year mortgage if you felt a certain way, right?
Right.
If you really wanted to pay it off. There was a small window of 40-year mortgages. People were grabbing their pearls at that, clutching their pearls then.
Yeah.
What, 40? Oh my God. Now it's 50?
Yeah.
50-year mortgages.
Yeah, crazy.
It'll be your whole life.
Yeah.
People ain't gonna pay it, are they?
Only ones gonna pay it off is babies that get a house at 10 years old. And they could pay it off when they're 60, but
God.
everybody else, you just never pay off your house. I just did an article on this last week, so everyone listening to this, you can go on my online magazine. It's Boss XL Magazine, www.bossxldemag.com. And I wrote about this, basically, like, what are the pros and cons, and will it make a difference?
Yeah.
And one of the main things that it didn't really make a big difference. When I analyzed a $400,000 to $500,000 house, the payment was only a $200 difference. It wasn't that big of a difference. And then on the back end, that's when you really get hit because mortgages are amortized. So basically, the payments are front loaded with interest.
Yes.
You don't even really see your principal paying down to the back end of your mortgage.
Yes.
So now when you add on another 20 years, that means now for the first 25, 30 years of your mortgage, you're paying number interest. So when I analyzed it on the same $400,000 to $500,000 house with a 30-year mortgage, your interest probably would have been about $400,000, but with a 50-year, it ballooned to almost $1 million. So you're paying triple in interest because of the amortized schedule with a 50-year mortgage. So the consumer doesn't win if it is short term in terms of, okay, you're saving a couple of $100 per month to get this house. But on the back end, the bank's going to win because of all the interest of extra years of interest that you're paying. So, they're not going to win. So it's kind of like we always say, put a lipstick on a pig. It's just going to dress you up to get you in the door, but you're going to get hit in the back end. And imagine now, you bought a $400,000 house with a 50-year mortgage. You paid it for 10 years. You want to sell. They give you a payoff statement saying just how much you owe us. You're at $399 because you paid interest for 10 years. You ain't built no equity.
That ain't funny, but that's the
but that's just the reality of it. Yeah.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
So everybody's gonna feel stuck or get foreclosed on. Like what? It's gonna be a mess.
Yeah, it give you like 20 more years to get foreclosed on. So just when you think that, hey, I almost paid off my mortgage, and you still got 20 more years. Now, something happened to you during that time frame, you get sick, lose a job, you're still gonna end up losing your house.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He says it with a smile. I don't understand.
No, I don't mean that like that with a smile. It's just that some things are just kind of funny when you look at it.
It's not funny.
The laughter keep from crying.
No, but because we just don't realize it, and people are buying out. I went to the bank the other day, the credit union, and she was a teller, and she just felt compelled to just kind of share with me. She was excited. She was buying a house, and she came from Louisiana when Katrina hit. And I was like, 20 years ago, she said, I should have been bought this house. Now she's sitting at the table with the 50-year mortgage. And I was like, my goodness, who really? She's super excited about it. It's like $221,000. She got a 50-year mortgage on it. The interest is like 6.1% or something like that.
Yeah.
She's just glad to get in there. You know, she's hoping that homestead insurance, homestead, filing that'll bring it down, the payments and stuff. But I was like, she talking in language I don't even want to understand. Because I'm trying to get out of the game.
Yeah, and one thing that I said though in the article, just to be fair, I just said a pro is, if you're getting a house for $400,000, right, and you want to be on a budget, but know that I'm going to be here temporarily, the couple of $100 of dollars that you save on a monthly basis, you're able to budget that, especially if you bought the house maybe below market value. So say like, okay, it's a $400,000 house. I got it for $300,000. Whatever reason you got it below market value. I do a 50-year mortgage. My payment would have been $1,900, but now I'm paying $1,700. Okay. And then with the other $200, if they use it for forever to budget, and then say, okay, I'm gonna keep this for 3-4 years and get rid of it. But now you have equity because you bought it $100,000, $50,000 below market value. Right. So you're able to get that money when you sell, and to say, hey, in that meantime, I just was paying less per month. That's the only pro I saw when I analyzed it. But other than that, long term, it wasn't really a good fix because of the back end interest that you're paying to the bank and not really chipping down on your equity.
And some of us may still be stuck because if we had equity in the house, we pulled it out, we did some things, maybe we fixed up the house just to keep its value and that type of thing. So now we're chasing that squirrel. Like we're trying to get that nut out of here. So like we're caught either way. So we gotta stay. Like we kind of stuck. So nobody's really moving.
No, just like we said earlier, a lot of people not really moving. It's stagnation. People they definitely not leaving their jobs. They're not relocating. They're not selling their homes. And it's just consumer confidence. And it's low right now with everything going on.
It is very low. But how are the markets, Carl? I know you invest and stuff. So is investing still an opportunity or way we should go?
Yeah, I would say it's good, especially in a bad economy, because you're gonna have more people selling homes, more people getting out of businesses. Just since I last saw you in April, with my businesses, I had to pivot. So we went from real estate side, helping people get their first home, relocation. Now we're saving homes. We're selling people in foreclosed homes now. I was doing business loans. People was expanding. Now they're trying to get business loans to make payroll. Some people now are evaluating, do they need to sell their business? They're selling off assets. So if someone got money and credit, it is a good time to get in some low because not as much competition. Yeah. So not a lot of competition. And if you are sitting on money, cash, credit, you could get a good deal because people are selling. And like, once again, in my magazine, I do have a classified section that I put in since the last time I saw you, because there was so many people that was trying to sell homes and businesses. So the magazine, www.bossxldemag.com, you go into my classified section. I got houses for sale across the country, businesses for sale, stuff like that. We're direct to the owners. You could go in there, evaluate it, make an offer, stuff like that.
Rooms for rent? Rent out rooms
we
too?
Could throw that out there. But but that's another thing. It's a lot of dynamics we could talk about.
Yeah, rooms for rent.
People are now renting rooms.
Yeah.
So you think of this. Someone has a $400,000 house with 5 bedrooms, right? Their kids went off to college. They're paying about maybe a $2,500 to a $3,000 mortgage, right? Okay, now I'm gonna use a better example. Someone bought a house in 2021 before the rates went up.
Yeah.
2.5 interest rate.
Yep.
Their payment's $2,100.
Yep.
$500,000 house. Say if they got 5 bedrooms, kids go off to college or they got divorced or whatever it is. Now they got 3 to 4 bedrooms they could rent, right? Even if they just do 3 bedrooms, $1,000 a piece. Yeah. Because someone renting a 1-bedroom apartment would have been $1,500 to $2,000.
Right.
So $1,000 a piece, that's $3,000, right? You rent out 3 of your rooms. You keep your master bedroom for yourself and maybe 1 extra room.
For guests.
Yeah, for guests or whatever. So you got $3,000 that pays your mortgage.
Yeah. But it's a matter of finding the right people. You make it sound easy. And now you got to find the right people. You got to get people to pay the rent, right? You know, there's people that know their rights as renters. Yeah. And it's hard to get them out, you know, if they are not paying what they owe. So sometimes you going to catch that L. Yeah. Or you got to move or sell. It could be a headache. So now you got to find the right people that you can rent to, regardless of how much the amount is, because they'll take advantage.
Yeah, what I've been seeing that people are doing is like, they got like groups they're in. They just rent to people in their group. So it might be like frats, sororities, Delta, airline. I knew someone, matter of fact, it was a bunch of flight attendants at Delta. They was renting out rooms from somebody by the airport. And it made a lot of sense. So one, you know, okay, they all work at Delta, so you know they got a job. Yeah. They're not going to be there a lot because they're flying and they want to be close to the airport, so it was a win-win. Yeah. So I would suggest to people that do want to do stuff like that to say, hey, I got a house, I got extra room. You know, just go to your people you know first, family, friends, co-workers, whatever, as opposed to just off the street or maybe like Craigslist. I don't know if they even still got that anymore. Yeah, so Black Planet Meet. Black people meet. Now go to your people you know first and rent to them. You got a safer shot.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Back to the investing. The markets are hot, or they're doing what they do. So we continue to follow this administration to see where we should be putting our money, because they're not in it to lose. Right. So we need to just be following them.
Yeah, follow every day, because it's going to change.
It's going to change.
So, like I said, we got a 3-month plan. Now we're down in 3 weeks.
We're down in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Crypto's looking good?
Crypto's looking good. Once again, I know Bitcoin went down a little bit. A lot of the small ones are out. So it's main ones that people are doing, like Ethereum, Dogecoin, Bitcoin, XRP, stuff like that.
Okay. There's a lot of talk because of this time of the year. There was a huge impact. Let me take a step back. There was an impact that we were able to do as Black consumers by not shopping at Target, right? Their numbers really were impacted by the fact that we were not going into stores, so much so that they got a whole new CEO that's coming in January. Right. Other guys out, new guys coming in. So now there's talk, you know, about possibly continuing that vibration, you know, during the most critical time of the year, this whole Black Friday window. Right. So again, do we still have power in our dollars, as little as it is? Is it going to make a difference if we are not shopping at these big stores? Like, what's your thought about that?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think even now is even better because one, the stores are hurting. So I just said earlier, you go into the mall, no people not shopping, right? They're now offering people all kind of discounts to get you into the door. Yeah. So the impact that we could have as a community in different stores is going to be felt more now because no one's coming in stores. Black, white, brown, name it. So if we say, hey, we're not going here or put our dollars here, it'd be more of an impact because they're not getting it from nobody. Same thing with restaurants. If people say, well, we're not going to go to a restaurant because we're not getting good service. Yes. Or what I joke about the restaurants here in Atlanta with the neon on the wall and the grass. But, you know, they got hookah. They blow hookah on your food and they twerking on your table and all that. Now, if you boycott them, they're going to go out of business because you got other alternative places to go. You know? So...
You're right.
Yeah, I just went to a place the other day. Right. Same thing.
You're right.
Neon sign, it looked good, but I mean, you know, they gave me mayonnaise for Caesar salad. I mean, you know, it took long to get my food. Music was loud. It was a business meeting. I'm yelling at people.
Oh, no.
What is your credit score?
That mayonnaise Caesar salad. Yeah. Yes. And they charge you 20% as soon as you walk in the door.
As soon as you walk in, as soon as you park your car. And then, you know, what happened to someone give you a receipt? You notice that you don't get receipts no more. No. So what they do is they give you this palm thing, the toast machine they call it, right?
Yes.
And everything's already on the machine.
Yes.
And it just says, okay, you owe $80.
Right.
And you're like, I just had water and wings. Where the rest is going to? And they don't give you an itemized receipt. Then they got the nerve to be like, additional tip. And it's like, what? I got to give you now even more on top of what you took from me.
Yes. And the service is different, right? The service is not as good. The food is not as good. Could be ice related because a lot of the people that didn't speak where English was not their primary language is no longer in the kitchen. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
Like they are not there.
Yeah,
so
someone uncle doing it now. Oh man. Remember the uncle who used to fix cars? Now he cooking wings.
He's dropping wings in hot grease.
Yeah.
So,
not even changing the grease.
It's different.
Yeah.
And so because we are feeling this squeeze, let me speak for myself. I'm like, do I want to go out and spend the money, or do I just want to go get the stuff and cook it myself?
I would say get in and cook it yourself.
I am doing that.
Yeah.
I'm doing that. And if it's not a group of people, a group of us going out, or something I'm really craving a taste for, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, because it's too expensive in the service. The thing is a service. I'll pay for good service, but not bad service and bad quality foods.
No.
I also went to another place. The chicken wings was tiny. Like, what kind of wings is this? They were so tiny, and then when you open it, the bones was already broken, just like they beat the chickens to death.
I'm not messing with you.
You know, the chickens had leukemia.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was just terrible.
And
So
they
you're
wanted
seeing
a lot of money for that.
Smaller, you know, like smaller portions now when you get to eat.
It is
the
small.
salmon is smaller. It's like tilapia, like a little small. So you're leaving places broker, hungrier, and sober. You're not even leaving drunk anymore.
Yeah, the drinks are not good.
Yeah. You remember, like, you ever heard of, like, designated drivers? You know, you don't see them commercial no more.
No.
Because people the drinks are too high.
The drinks are high. It's a lot of ice. It's very little alcohol in the drinks. It's just not good. And they want a lot of money, and they charge you 20% on that. And it is a racket. And I'm just like, no, I don't think I want to participate in that because I got to watch my coin. So it's just a tight time.
Yeah.
It's tight.
Yeah.
It's super.
Yeah.
It's super tight.
Hey, y'all go back to the podcast we probably did during the pandemic. We was talking a whole different thing. We had the 1942.
Yeah.
Remember the juicy crab legs?
We had everything.
We did a podcast all that on the table. Everybody was getting that money.
Yeah, everybody
money was flowing,
money
but not
tight.
now.
But because it's really, just where our country is heading.
Yeah.
From the administration going on down, and everybody is feeling it, right? From small business owners to working class people to farmers to everybody, political people, like everybody is feeling this administration now. Somebody's in the back counting a whole lot of money, and it ain't me.
Right?
I'm not counting the money. Listen, there was big midterm elections that had went on, right? Not only here in Atlanta. Congratulations to re-elected Mayor Andre Dinkins, but also there was a huge race in New York, right? The man got 1 million votes by himself. By himself. Do you think that him being in office for in New York is going to change the climate for New Yorkers?
I really don't know. I'm keeping an eye on it because I've seen so many people come in with all these big ideas and nothing really happened. And I know people in New York are just frustrated. That's where I'm from, originally Brooklyn.
Yeah. He always shouts that.
I got to plug for those that,
He always got the
those
LA
are new to
hat
the
on, and he's just stop.
Listen, those that are new to the show, everyone else that watching on from Brooklyn, started out as a real estate broker in Brooklyn. I still do real estate loans, credit repair up and down the East Coast. So this is for those of y'all that are new to the show. But anyway, people in New York are just frustrated with the quality of living, the cost of living.
Yeah,
and high. I think right now, anyone to go in and say the right thing, they're going to vote for. So he was saying the right thing.
Okay.
They voted. We got to see what happened. It's just similar to like a woman that got frustrated with dating, and the guy said, "Baby, I'll take care of all your bills and take care of your kids." He said, "Okay, bet." Move him in. He do the same crap. It's the same thing in New York. I've seen, and I was deep in back then.
Yeah.
I was on Mayor Adams' campaign in the past when he was at a state senator.
Okay.
I was on de Blasio's campaign. I dealt with a lot of mayors and stuff, and the thing about it is the red tape, getting stuff done, and then everyone says the buzzwords, but then nothing happens. So all I can say is gotta see what happens.
Just gotta see what happens.
Yeah.
Do we have that same political or that same type of red tape here for Atlanta?
Atlanta's just a little different. Cause see, New York, you just got like a lot of very wealthy people. Then you also got a lot of nationalities you got to appeal to.
Yeah, you do.
Atlanta is more chocolate city. I outside the perimeter doesn't affect too much of the inside the perimeter. Because, where Atlanta is set up, of course you got Norcross, Lawrenceville, Gwinnett County, all these counties.
Right.
So they got their own local government to deal with.
Yes.
So inside the perimeter is more African Americans, stuff like that. Where New York is the counties, the 5 boroughs, with all these nationalities. So, for example.
Shouts out to the Bronx.
Yeah, shout out to the Bronx. So, for example, I made the analogy one time back when it snowed out here, right?
Yes.
And people said, like, why Atlanta is so bad when it's snow and ice out here? I said it's because you got all these counties, all these municipalities, and they don't coordinate with each other.
At all.
Whereas in New York, you got the 5 boroughs. So when it snow, it's 5 boroughs, one mayor, one entity, one commissioner to deal with everything. Yeah. Whereas in Atlanta is all these different entities.
Yeah, very, very much so. Yeah, very much so. The one thing, though, that Mayor Dickens did or committed to, which we see is happening, is this whole affordable housing. He is trying to do that, though.
Yes.
But he's doing it in neighborhoods where people don't want that, because they feel like it's going to take the value of their home down, right? By having people that are living in houses or not paying much of a rent or whatever the situation may be. And the neighborhoods are already crowded, and so they're finding like a little piece of lot and they're building in these places. I'm speaking of like Reynoldstown, for example, like little pockets that are really close to downtown Atlanta where they're building these houses and making things happen. And people are like, I don't know if I want that. So it's like, how do we level the playing field and make it so that people are living in houses that they can afford and it's not impacting the value of our houses?
Well, the confusing thing when they say that is that people were still building apartment complexes in the same place, and they had no problem with it. That was bringing in renters.
I got you.
And it wasn't adding no value, whereas building affordable homes. You're really doing it for the working class people that got good jobs, good credit, that's bringing in.
They just need a
so
chance.
it's just a myth to me that it will affect anyone property value. You're bringing in more homeowners, more tax to the tax base and stuff like that. More people that's going to stay longer. Whereas when they build apartment complexes, with most places was doing, these are people staying for a year or two and leaving.
Especially
more transient people.
Especially if the rent keeps going up. They're not going to stay.
They're not going to stay. And you're not going to build a community that way. Where here, if you do affordable homes, and they are doing it. I seen a lot of stuff that they did. I got invited to a lot of grand openings I wasn't able to make. But they are making it in different communities that do need it to do it. I also was saying that, there was a focus too much on apartment complexes. There need to be more focus on affordable homes. $200,000, $300,000 homes, first-time home buyers, true first-time home buyers, where people could come in there, plant their seed and get a 30-year mortgage, stay there for a while and stuff like that.
I've seen $200,000 homes in Clayton County.
Yeah.
Like going out on 85, Highway 85, like just take it on straight on out.
Yeah.
Right in Clayton County. Now, they might be townhomes or they might be, to your point, starter homes.
Yeah.
But the sign was like 200,000.
Yeah, and it's good because before the market crash, there was a time when people was building that. I built some homes, starter homes in Union City, Jonesboro, Stockbridge for first-time home buyers. And I mean, that's a community. You have single moms that got good jobs, divorced people, older people, maybe older single people that's still working. We got to address them. Not everybody is luxury, several $100,000 homes and tech people. You got a large section of people that got good jobs that just want to be able to afford a home, whereas now all my money is going towards a mortgage. I could still have some left over to go buy some groceries, get a decent car, pay my utility bills. And I think that's what the last 10 years with the corporate greed, the banking greed, governmental liabilities, and what they're looking for ignore is the working class people. People like that, certain demographics of working class people that really need these type of homes.
Yeah. And now, not only are we in the homes, and these are even people that have been in it for a long time, home ownership for quite some time. It's hard to just keep the lights on. Yeah. Keeping it a buck. Because gas is up, power is up. Water, like everything, just the operating expenses and costs that you typically have to pay to keep your house operational is out of pocket. It's too much.
Yeah. Say life be life and adulting sucks. Yeah. Because remember, like, back in the days, you go to, like, supermarket and you look at the price. You just put stuff in the basket, go to the front, and be like $40 when you have all these groceries. Now it's like
80.
Everything's $5. Everything $5 to $10.
$80 and no meat.
Yeah, no meat.
The $80 is coming out the store. You have no meat.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
So something gotta happen. But I think it go back to people. People really gotta hold people accountable.
Okay.
Office, corporations, like you said.
Okay.
And stick to it.
Okay.
The only way you're gonna see change is hold people accountable that we can't afford this, we vote you out. Corporations will boycott you. Banking, we won't bank with you. Mm-hmm. You know, as long as people get together and do that, things will be changing because you affect their bottom line. As long as their bottom line is not affecting, they think that you're going to still keep doing it no matter what. It's never going to change.
It's never going to change. Yeah. And we got to change as consumers too. We got to say the B word, which is budget. Mm-hmm. We gotta live on a budget.
Yeah.
If you don't have it, then you don't need it. Don't be spending it and using up your credit card to compensate and thinking, the next check when it comes in will take care of that. If it ain't an emergency, like if your refrigerator didn't go out, if your car, like something emergency that you gotta get fixed, then I'm saying, like, man, don't do it because we don't know. And this was a hard 1 year.
Yeah.
And the year ain't done yet. You still got like 45 days to really, do some more stuff.
Before Christmas time. Yeah.
It'd be like Merry Christmas.
And matter of fact, that's a perfect segue that you said, right?
Yeah.
I got a book coming out, an ebook and a book coming out.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
I get everyone that don't know me, I've written about 7 books.
Yeah, I got them all. Yes.
Yeah. So I got a book coming out. It's called Surviving Inflation. It's coming out end of this year.
Okay.
And what I did was I got my credit tips, real estate tips, tips you own a business. But what I did was also add in budgeting tips of what I seen this past year and stuff that I seen in the past because I also survived the real estate market crash where, we had to help people save their homes, restructure their business. So Surviving Inflation is talking about, like you said, when you got credit, the algorithms are penalizing you when you use your credit. So I'm doing people credit this year. Even though I'm deleting charge-offs and collections, their scores are not going up where it need to be. The reason being is that they're maxing out their credit cards because of inflation.
Yes.
If you're not making the actual money, where are you going to supplement it?
Right.
Credit, right? So if you're like, well, I need to buy all this food. I budgeted for the last 2 years. This is all I make. I haven't got an increase in my pay. No. Matter of fact, I got cut down. You got to put in your credit.
Yeah.
My car broke down. Credit. My mama got sick. Credit. My kids need stuff at college. Credit. Right. So now when you max out your credit card or you go over, the algorithm not going to penalize you for that. So your score is going to drop or stay stagnant until you can pay it down. What I get from a lot of people is when I tell them, well, if you pay down your credit cards, your scores will go up. They don't have the extra money to pay it down.
We don't.
Right. Yeah. So that's what I talk about in the Surviving Inflation is how to put together a budget. Really looking at what you got coming in, what you got going out. Because a lot of people don't look at it in black and white. When you look at it in black and white, you put on a chart. Yeah. Then you get to see, I got $5,000 coming in per month. But I got $7,000 going out.
Come on, brother.
Right.
Come on now.
So when you put it down, then you say, okay, I got $2,000, but I would say do 3. So you have $1,000 cushion that you could save.
Yes.
Where can you cut the other $3,000?
Yeah, man.
And that's where we're going to, okay, shopping, lending money to people.
Can't do it.
Gas. Maybe you need to refinance your car, downsize your place, take a second job. Yeah. So that's what I address with this Surviving Inflation book that I got coming out.
Hard,
a
brother.
part of
You're
it.
talking about we ain't dating now. Yeah. We ain't really going to get no play because women are going to have to stop with the hair and the nails because it is a very expensive regimen for those that go and pay for those services.
Right.
It's not cheap. And you guys and people want to look their best and all those things. And so it's got to make a turn or adjustment somewhere.
Well, the hard part is, and that's what I learned after the real estate market crash, you gotta have to do it regardless.
Okay.
Because if the money not there, it's just not there.
It's just not there.
You know? So what people got to do is just say, okay, I go to a less expensive place, learn how to do it myself, do it as less often. You know, because some things are necessities, but then you got to really sit down and say, well, how am I going to adjust to this? Because that's all that I got coming in.
Right.
You know? Or take a second job. But the hard part about getting a second job is the labor market.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So people just got to look at, okay, well, do I downsize then? I got an apartment paying $2,000 a month. Do I downsize to $1,400? I'm gonna have a smaller place.
Yeah.
Now you got $600 more at that point.
Yeah.
You know, so if you ain't making it, you just I gotta spend it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The math. Always my favorite word. The math got to be mathing.
Math got to be mathing, and you got to write it down.
You got to write it down.
You really got to write it down, because there's even pros and cons in that, Carl. Because if I have enough things for a 2-bedroom and I downsize, am I putting things in storage? Am I selling them?
Right.
Things are seasonal, right?
Yeah,
We've talked about this.
Yeah.
We believe in it. You look at trends and you see that every couple of years we're going to hit this type of lifestyle or adjustments. So we believe in, and we faith-based, right? We believe that we're going to be in this place forever. So do we hold on to that and know when we're going to come out of it? Like, so we got to have these conversations within ourselves with the data in front of us to say, this is what it is. And this is what I could work with and what I can't work with. Then we also deal with people that take care of their parents. Come on now. Because we're getting older.
Right.
Our health is depleting. We dealing with stress and things of that. Men have to deal with prostate cancer. Women are concerned about breast cancer, right? Just high cholesterol, thyroid, just the whole thing. We trying to make sure that we are living a healthier lifestyle. But that costs money to do that, just to eat. Just to not be in the drive-through getting a 99-cent meal, versus going to the supermarket and spending money on produce.
Yeah.
Right? So we got these life choices, these choices that are always coming at us that we got to decide. You know, Cat Williams said he at the gas tank, he said, did I eat today? Because he got to make a decision. Do I put gas in my car?
Or you got to eat.
Or do I eat?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's real-ish happening out here. For real though.
And I think the tough part is, once again, it go back to people really sitting down and making the hard choices.
Yeah, it's hard.
Because if you don't make the choice, someone else is going to make it for you, which is even worse.
That's going to be painful.
Eviction, repo, stuff like that. That's when someone else made the choice for you.
Yeah.
So you got to be proactive. And I tell people, I went through that. I was making for 10 years $40,000 to $50,000 a month as a real estate broker. Real estate market crashed. My income got impacted. But okay, so say like I'm now making $8,000 a month. Okay, that's good for the average person, but my bills were still $10,000 to $15,000 per month. Because if you're making $40,000 to $50,000 per month for 10 years, you're gonna be having $10,000 to $15,000. You got houses here,
you had a certain
investment
lifestyle.
properties. I had 3 cars.
Come on, see?
Kids in private schools, shopping.
You had a lifestyle.
I even look when I put down my stuff on expenses, right, and wrote it down. I spent $3,000 a month just on hanging out a month. That was more than what some people make.
I ain't know you them days.
Nah.
Man, I missed out.
And that was easy. And think about it. If you go out every day for $100 a day, that's easy to do.
Yeah, it is.
If you get lunch, dinner, gas, drinks, that's $100.
Easy.
Now you do that every day, that's $3,000, especially if you own a business and you entertaining people, you're working and everything like that. So I had to make these tough decisions. And you know what? Some was made for me. I lost homes, I lost cars, had to file bankruptcy, had to start over again. And then when I started over again, I basically was like, okay, now let me be proactive and control my expenses. And like you said earlier, it's a season. You want to be prepared when the season come back around.
I know, that's right.
So what happened was I missed the first season because I had to file bankruptcy. I had IRS issues, had to overcome that, restructure my businesses, got divorced. Then once I got out of it, when the season came, I kind of missed it. I had to catch the season right after that, right? Because I had to build back my credit, build back my money. So what I'm telling people now, when I advise them on their credit, because when I advise them on their credit, I also advise them on their budget, right?
Yes.
I said, you got to really sit down and make hard decisions, but it's going to be maybe 1 or 2 years, God willing, right?
Yeah.
Because things got to turn around.
Got to.
Because the powers that be, they got to still make their money. So, and I had a discussion with someone about AI. I'll get to that in a minute, right? About AI. If AI coming replacing everyone's job, someone smart in the room going to say, wait a minute, they're replacing everyone's job. AI is not going to eat at the restaurant. AI is not going to buy clothes. AI is not going to go to the Gucci store. AI is not going to travel to Bora Bora.
Yeah.
This economy runs on people spending money. So this is going to be temporary because they're going to have to get back to people spending money again. It can't get into, we're cutting this, we're slashing that, we're cutting this. Oh, look at me, a gold ballroom. Oh, look at me, I'm doing this. People get tired of it.
Yeah.
So they have to go around to people making money. So you want to be prepared for when the season come back around, that your credit is ready, you downsize. Sometimes you might have to say, okay, I'm going to downsize to a smaller place. Sell this house, get a smaller place. Get a different car, smaller car. Get a better job if you can. Maybe get a second job. Gig work. Lyft and Uber. Do that on the side. You know, I cars in the shop. Been doing Lyft and Uber for the last couple of days. I talked to everybody. And a lot of those people was doing on the side.
Yeah, they got real jobs.
Yeah, they got real jobs. They doing it to make
jobs.
extra money. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, that's what a lot of people do. You got to get over your pride or sit and wait. You gotta be proactive and just say, hey, let me do other things. Start a business. Don't gotta be $1 million business. It could be something to say, hey, I'm gonna do a business and sell stuff that people need and want. Okay? Don't do something because, okay, it's an in thing to do, my homie is doing it. Do stuff that people want and need.
Yeah.
And do that on the side and just stack your money.
Stack your money. Yeah. That's a lot. That's what's going on right now. Stacking, being still and stacking. Don't be in them streets all the time.
Yeah.
Because they cost you to be in them streets.
Yeah,
gas
cost a
prices
lot.
ain't going down. It's just, I can't speak for every city, but here in Atlanta,
Yeah. Remember, Atlanta used to be cheap.
Used to be.
Yeah, used to be.
And not at the current moment.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it to swing back to reasonable, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited about this book.
Yeah.
It's going to be digital. It's going to be an actual hard copy.
Actual hard copy. I love doing print where people could sit down, read it at the airport, read it at your doctor's office. Got digital.
I can get a signed copy.
Yes, you always get a signed copy. Yeah. And you know what she do? She just turns around and sells it on Amazon.
No, I do not. I do not.
Yeah, she sold my stuff on Amazon the back end.
I do not. I got all my books. All my books.
So I'm covering definitely credit again, how to boost your credit. I'm talking about if you're having a problem with your car, how to get forbearances. If you're behind on your mortgage, how to get loan modification.
Nice.
Budget tips. And also how to find opportunities in a bad economy.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. How to locate houses for sale, business for sale, how to put it together, how to pick them up with no money out of pocket, negotiating with the owners and stuff like that. So I'm covering all that with the book.
Yeah, I like that. I'm ready for that because I feel like there's still a population of people that are legacy building, right? They want it. We've talked about this before, where we are doing things to set our kids up generationally, right? So even when we're long gone, nobody in our bloodline will have to start from ground zero. That's what we really want. And so the answers could be in investing, right? Knowing that market and knowing how and when to sell and move, and how much to invest in the markets, right? Or it can be in real estate still, because like it or not, people will have to have somewhere to stay.
Stay no matter what, yeah.
You know, so it's a matter of, can we find some goodness out of the current turmoil that the country is in? Like, because can we still be successful? How can we still move the needle for us as individuals? Do we partner? Oftentimes when you watching these HGTV stories or just in general social media, groups of people, average people that may have good credit scores, maybe are able to put their hands on a couple of dollars, or coming together and being investment groups, like buying property, fixing it up, selling it, or maybe renting it out, that type of thing. Do we move like that versus as individuals?
Nah, this is economy, and that's why they call it a race. You race to the top, and unfortunately we're behind in the race, our people, because we don't work together. One thing I saw during the market crash was that the foreigners was getting together, buying properties, businesses. I was doing some business loans for some Egyptian guys out of Dallas, and they showed me, they was like how they would buy gas stations together as a group. They was buying delis as a group, and because it's cash they get every day. And then once they make it profitable, they sell it to somebody else. And I think that's what we got to learn as a people, is to work as a group. I think we have good intentions in the beginning, but it goes left all the time. What it is people got to just put the time in the dedication to say, hey, I'm going to be vested for this amount of time. Not like I'm going to be in it until it don't look right, or it's not happening quick enough, or I want to be the main one.
Right.
It got to be like, because we're losing at this race, honestly. We're behind all the other nationalities, whether they're Indian, Korean, Spanish. They do stuff as a group.
They do.
They buy properties as a group. They buy businesses as a group. They buy businesses that people need.
They support each other.
They support each other.
Yeah.
They don't depend on the banks. They don't depend on the government. That's why a lot of people got impacted when he got in. They depend too much on the government. I said that a lot on shows.
You sure did that.
For years.
Said that, yeah.
Stop depending on the government. We got to roll like the other nationalities. But I got ostracized. Now they like, oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I said for 10 years. Literally, this podcast, I go back 10 years ago, where I was telling her, listen, I'm in the room with these people. I'm doing their business loans. I'm helping them negotiate business. I had Indian guys. I helped Indian guys sell liquor stores. I helped these Egyptian guys buy delis. So why won't you listen to me?
Yeah, you're in there.
Yeah, I'm in the rooms and I'm seeing how they flow. And I said, man, these people really get together and work it and have a goal. And it's not like a short-term goal. They really be in it for the long haul. And they don't depend on nobody. They don't depend on no banks. They don't depend on the government. They don't depend on corporate America. They just depend on themselves. Whereas we depend on an entitlement like, oh, the government should be doing this.
40 acres.
Yeah, and the corporation should be doing that. Then what happened is, okay, they feed you a little bit. But then when they pull the rug up under you, you hurt. You hurt. And your butt hurt.
Yeah.
But if you just had the backup as, I don't need them. I only need you for last resort like these other nationalities do. Because they're not bothering. You know what? They're minding their business. Even though all this going on with ICE.
Yes.
Mexicans are still doing what they're doing. They're not on social media complaining as much as we do for every little thing. But they just doing low key. They're finding an underground way of doing what they're doing. The Indians in Alpharetta are still doing their tech stuff. The Koreans are still opening up their dry cleaners, their supermarkets, their delis, nail shops. Everyone is still doing what they're doing. They're not wasting their time on social media and commenting with each other and debating. They're just living life.
Just doing their thing. I just wish we were more supportive. I don't know if we could do what you're saying as a holistic group of people. It might be small pockets. We may have to be very, very community oriented, maybe small little pockets of people that are moving that way, because us as a whole, we're not going to do it, because as soon as we see you rise and we're going to poke holes in how you got there, we're going to try to, man, he don't know what he's talking about. Like, it's always that. So it's going to be, it may have to be underground. It may be those that know. You know what I mean? But it's not going to be the whole genre of people.
Because you got to condition a mindset, and you can't do it overnight. And unfortunately, a lot of people mindset just not conditioned for that, because it's taking hard work and dedication. How many people, and sacrifice, like we just said about sacrifice. How many people want to make the sacrifice to say, hey, I'm going to eat peanut butter for X amount of time until this happened. And a lot of people, they say it, but they don't want to do it really.
And this amount of work, because we're so behind, let's keep it 1,000. We may not see the profit that we had hoped for. It may not hit in our lifetime, but it may hit in our kids, right? Definitely, they're gonna get it, but we may not see it. Like we may break even, but you know, are we gonna be yachting? I don't know. I don't think so. But you got to be comfortable with that level of sacrifice to make sure that your kids and your generational wealth is passed
50
down.
50 years ago, you come recreate as a turtle. And you walk in back and say, brothers are still twerking at the brunches. They have not advanced in 50 years.
Say, come back as a turtle, twerking. Yeah, I know, scrubbing the ground and doing all that stuff.
No, the turtle not twerking. He walking by the brunch spot, seeing black folks twerking still 50 years from now.
50 years from now. I hope that's not the case.
I hope not either.
I hope that
I might be recreated as a frog and say, black folks still doing this, ribbit.
You silly, I ain't messing with you. Listen, how can the people find you, Carl? I know you was in there plugging the book and the magazine, and the magazine's doing well. First of all, the kids are doing awesome. Your sons are doing great, right?
Yeah, they're doing good.
One is in New York, just doing
working for Deutsche Bank.
Doing
he graduated
good
at Howard, and the other one's at Howard now.
Yes.
And he's working for Boss XL magazine. He's covering all the content out of DC. Yeah, I got to send him money this week. Yeah.
He did a good job. He had great pictures.
He did a good job.
He's interviewing as well, just doing the photography piece.
He's doing the photography, but he's gonna work his way up to interviews.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Can't tell him nothing.
Yeah. What is his major, by the way, in college?
Business.
He'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they was listening. You surprised that your kids was listening to you?
No, not really surprised.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think
you got good sons, you got good boys.
yeah, they listen, and I think they was soaking up a lot of stuff because they was always with me.
Yes, that's
seeing
a good
stuff.
thing.
So now it's making sense.
Yeah.
So like, it's so funny, like especially with music. They would clown our music.
Yeah.
But then when they get to school, they playing the music at the school.
Yeah.
And everyone likes 90s music and
Loves
2000 music, right?
Loves it.
So then my son will be like, mentions music. I say, yo, you met them before. And then I show him the picture of him and them or whatever. And then he'll show it back to his friends.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, yeah, my mom and dad know these people.
Now he's heavy.
Yeah.
He's heavy. Yeah. Thanks.
So now, he used to like go to me to industry events.
Yeah.
He wasn't really into it. Now
He's into it.
He's into it because he understands it more.
Yeah.
And then I think he got a couple of chicks that he got their phone numbers.
now.
Like, oh yeah, I'm part of a magazine,
Awesome.
And it had his name with the laminate. VIP,
You know what? He got that from his dad. I can't even mess with it. Where can the people find you?
Yes, okay.
Where are you?
So follow me on Instagram, Carl Agard _ the money expert. Follow the magazine, Instagram, Boss XL the mag, and also the website for the magazine. We do online and print. It's bossxlthemag.com. The magazine is on business, sports, and entertainment. My book is coming out. It'll be on my nonprofit website, the agardfinancialfoundation.org. The book is called Surviving Inflation. I tell you what it's about. And also the inside tip I ain't get to tell you. I'm going to tell you how y'all can work with the algorithm to get your score up 100 points in 30 days between secured credit, deleting stuff. I didn't want to get into it that much until you get the book.
Ooh,
okay?
That means I got to bring you back?
Yeah, you got to bring me back.
You didn't even bring any books today. Normally the table is filled with books.
Yeah, because I got the new one coming out.
Okay.
And last time I bought a bunch of books, your folks took them and they sold on Amazon.
Stop telling that lie.
Yeah, they
Jack,
sold.
Don't be laughing.
They sold it at the mart down the block with the bean pies. Yeah.
Don't stop. Don't tell us.
I saw my book circling around. I was like, okay, well, at least people getting it, they reading it. Yeah.
I'm not messing with you. Tell them again. Where can they find you?
Yeah, best way. Yeah, follow me on Instagram. Bring me up. Carl Agard _ the money expert.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the best way to get you.
The best way to get me.
I enjoyed it.
Always a good time coming here. Yeah, real fast. Yeah, we still got a lot to talk about next time. Save it for next time.
Things, man.
Yes.
I don't know if I want you away that long because too much stuff had happened in this 6-month window.
Well, that's a good part. So then I capsulized because I did kind of capsulize the last 6 months pretty good. Yeah.
You did, but still, it's too much stuff.
Right.
I need you close by. We need you here. We can't do every 3 weeks, but I need you here a little bit more.
I'll come back in February, March 2026. By that time, we'll see what's going on with the administration, with tax season. I tell everyone what to do with their tax dollars.
Tell us that. And also tips like you did the last time. Where do you get your information? Who do you subscribe to? When you wake up in the morning, what are the first things you read?
Oh, yeah. That was a good one. Yeah. Matter of fact, I got to take the clip and put that up, too.
Yeah.
So every morning, New York Times, Business Insider, Housing Wire. I read that first, right? So it gives me New York Times, of course, political stuff, business news. Business Insiders give me the inside tips on businesses, stocks, tech news, and stuff. Housing Wire gives me the real estate news, where the trend is going, interest rates, everything like that. So I always tell people, that's what you want to read first when you get up. Subscribe to them. It's not a lot of money, $15 each. You get the best information.
There you go. There you go. Investing, is it good, Carl, just to do in your city, or are you thinking people should do other cities as well?
Oh, definitely. I always say money's money. A lot of my money I made, even though I'm from Brooklyn, I started making like here in Atlanta, New Jersey, upstate New York. I've done stuff in Augusta, Macon, Charlotte, Florida, Dallas. So I tell people money's money. So if you run across a good deal, you might have a cousin, might be somewhere in Greenville, South Carolina, that's getting rid of a house, get the deal.
What about the Midwest? Like St. Louis,
Yeah,
Detroit,
I made money in St. Louis.
Okay.
I built 5 houses out there.
Okay,
Vanderbilt Exchange. Shout out to Central West and St. Louis. Money's money, people. Get it anywhere. If you got a business that's making money, buy the business. Money is money.
Money is money.
Yes.
Always a pleasure. This was Money Matters. Thank you, Carl.
Anytime.
We love having you here. I'm always enlightened and inspired. Even regardless of what's going on in the environment and in our country, there's still hope. So thank you so much for just pouring into us. You're people. We appreciate you. That's my time. Real Chicks Rock. You know me. I'm everywhere. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. Go to the website, realchicksrock.com, and subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that little notification bell, ding-a-ling, so you can see this conversation with Carl. You can go back and look at the ones we've done before. This guy's been coming, he's been coming quite some time, man. And ain't never tell a lie.
Yes.
Been spot on every time I have him. That's why I keep bringing him back. He is our money expert. I'm not bringing nobody else in here to cover these topics but you. But listen, before I go, I want to leave you with this. For those of you, you New York people, 107.5 WBLS, Frankie Crocker would always say this: may you live to be 100 and I live to be 100 minus a day. So I would never know that beautiful people like you had passed away. Until next time, take care, be well, and continue to rock on. Thank you for checking out Real Chicks Rock Presents Real Discussions. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next show.